Hello, my name is Shane Carpenter, and I'm here to weigh in on the Syrian conflict. Before I begin, I would like to state my opinion that I believe that the conflict in Syria should be referred to as a revolution, not as a civil war, as it is now being portrayed, because all signs point to a revolution more than a civil war. A civil war represents the split of ideas in the nation's people and the people who are running the nation. Is more of an idea, a split between them. In a revolution, it's more of a split between the people as themselves and the government, which is usually sort of a dictatorship. And in Syria, that's exactly what we have right now, a divide between the government and the people. So as we're looking back, and we look back at that word revolution, we can only see, we all point to our own revolution. And with a fledgling militia, the French came in, who had a serious bid against the British military, came in and helped us. And I believe that is why we have this almost need or morality of opinions to sort of look at other nations and say we need to go help out. And it's been our history, obviously, to sort of step in where we're needed. But we need to be careful. We can't really, right now, I think we're fighting almost like Charlie Wilson's War-esque type conflict. We're only funding these people, and we don't really know what they're doing with it. They don't know what they're doing with the weapons and with the medicine, with the food that we're sending over there. And it could, who knows, there could be another Osama bin Laden in these factions of rebels. And we know that there's Al-Qaeda presence and terrorist organizations presence who are taking our weapons and fighting the Syrian government, but we need to be conscious of where those weapons end up and not to create another war on terror if there is such a thing. But we need to look back and realize our mistakes of funding people like Osama bin Laden when they were fighting against the Russians in Afghanistan, and realize that our actions of just funding can prove to really hurt America as a whole in the end. That is why I personally believe that the only way to properly see that the Syrian government is correctly formed and is formed with good intention is to intervene. Maybe not play the biggest role, but definitely be a presence there is something that I think needs to be done. And I think at this point, the future leaders of this nation need an ally. And there's no better ally than the United States for what we've been through as a nation and what we, who we've helped out and in our status alone. And I think as one of the nation's powerhouses, superpowers, I think it's our duty to sort of look after these nations who are struggling to find its own voice and help them do that correctly. And that can only prove to benefit us in the long haul. Thank you.